Johnson. Excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Checking out Oklahoma City. Their hometown fans are anxious and excited to cheer them on, and they've been eagerly awaiting this moment all summer long. You know they want to give their best performance and pick up a big W tonight. Kyle Korver, one of the league's premier shooters, as we all know. A lot of guys can make the claim, but his numbers indicate that he is the best shooter in the league. Kenny, is he?
Best shooter in the league off the catch. Maybe not off the dribble. But I would put my money on Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to go head-to-head with this guy. But he shot almost 50% behind the arc, Ernie. That's impressive. And then ended up over 49% for the year. And check this out. 48% from the floor in general. This guy gets it done.
And since his rookie season, he's improved to be a much more consistent scorer from deep and from every other spot on the court.
Just about time for tip-off. Let's get down courtside. What do you say? Kevin Harlan hanging out. Kev.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thunder here to defend the home court, playing host to the Eastern Conference. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road. So Atlanta will get the first possession. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Smooth out there with Silk. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Buckets. And it's Sefolosha in at small forward. Here's Navarro. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Last season, Atlanta showed just how much fun a team can have playing team basketball, a complete team effort. We use that word a lot. You don't see it much in the NBA, but boy, they epitomized it, Clark.
Yeah, they sure did. Refreshing to see a team do that well collectively without a real superstar. Just a solid group that understood their roles and played them perfectly.
The first free throw is good.
And, folks, it's not like the Hawks didn't have talent. I mean, they did have 4 All-Stars last year. None of them voted in, however.
And he makes both free throws.
You know, what shows you just how team-oriented the Hawks were last season was this stat. They never had anybody score more than 30 points for them in a game all season. Millsap had 30 points once early in the year, and that was the high mark for the team.
Here's Navarro. "13 feet away. Got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Five on the clock. Right wing. Here's Stanley. From 16 feet away, he cans it. On defense, Atlanta. 4-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Atlanta with the ball, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. 4 on the clock. There's the 3. The shot no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Count the bucket. Here's Roberson. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him what he thought would be the key for them, and he told me dealing with the penetration of Russell Westbrook. He's one of the most explosive athletes in the game. We've got to send him to help and rotate early to deny him finishes at the rim. Guys, that's never easy.
And thank you, Doris. Now here's Leonard to the left wing. Outside Westbrook. The dish to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Collison. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. The Hawks leading. Dishes to Sefolosha. Pass to Stanley. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Sefolosha passes to Stanley. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Right side Westbrook. Inside, here's Howard. No good. Good D by Jordan. The Hawks leading by 4. Sefolosha passes to Stanley, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Westbrook. Kept alive. Another shot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back, man. His body betrays him.
Here's Navarro. And the rejection by Leonard. Raiders on the wing. He dishes it to Westbrook. There's a screen by Kanter. Westbrook kicks to Kanter. And the foul on Mike Scott.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Westbrook. Waiters. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Waiters got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
That's good.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the 3 by Atlanta. Westbrook kicks to Cantor. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Scott. Pass to Bazemore. The feed to Korver. Down low. Scott inside. He's against Cantor. Scott can't get it to go.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside, Scott. Bazemore dishes to Korver. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Navarro. It's deflected.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And Adams with the slam.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Here's Scott. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end of quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion. You know, on the court, it's my sanctuary. You know, I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks, Silk is out there with Smooth. Then there's Buckets. Then it's Jordan. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. Howard's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Smooth. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
The pass to Silk. Just 5 on the clock. Plenty of space. Cephalosha's shot is good. Cephalosha's got his first basket.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish. You know, on the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
Shot's good by Waiters.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Here's Silk, another key contributor to that nice win against Phoenix. He feeds it to Hardaway. And it falls over the rim and in. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the night.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He also wanted them to know they should be working together to get their outside shooters open. He said, you know what plays we have to run to get guys free. Now let's run them. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that great, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
And Roberson kicks to Waiters. Down low. Here's Howard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here is Hardaway. Passes it to Stanley. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Leonard in for Dion Waiters. Then for the Hawks, Splitter is checked in for Jordan. Korver comes in for Cephalosha. And Smooth subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Navarro. Kicks it to Splitter. On the wing, Korver. Here's Navarro. He's covered by Westbrook. Shoots from 14. Offensive rebound. Splitter. That's good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Westbrook. Shot is off. Here's Navarro. He's covered by Westbrook. Inside, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Cantor checked in for McGarry. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Bazemore is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:31 left in the first half. Outside Westbrook. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Navarro, the pass to Splitter. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And the one thing Tiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles. He knows where he's supposed to be. He gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
And for Tiago Splitter, he's been a relatively unsung player in his career, never getting his number called on offense, receiving little recognition from the media, but providing tough defense in the post. He shot over 55%, crashes the boards in the 20 minutes or so a game that he gets. So that's been good enough to really establish a productive career.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 10. Feeds it to Robertson. There's a screen by Cantor. Nice job coming off that screen. That's 12 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
The dish now to Robertson. He kicks to Westbrook. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And it's blocked by Adams.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Westbrook dishes to Leonard. With his first shot attempt. No good on that last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Thunder lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight he's got it going again. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint, those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
A nice quarter for Westbrook. He's got 14 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
The Thunder with the lead. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Howard is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Cephalosha. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Jordan the pass to Navarro. Clock at 6. Here's Silk. He's covered by Westbrook. Stanley. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster. Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. Here's Navarro. He's covered by Leonard. The drive by Jordan. Knocked loose. The Thunder shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. And here they come. Here's Cephalosha, and it's sent back by Howard. And they're able to recover. 90 seconds now into the second half. From 10 feet out, takes a big high bounce and goes in. Howard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Westbrook has an update from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through buckets. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
Good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's Navarro, following the score by Oklahoma City, and the dunk by Jordan.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 16. Collison, no good. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
You know, when you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
Taking a look at some stats for DeAndre Jordan. Last season, he played outstanding. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage, and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And, you know, getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is to do? That's a great asset for a team as well.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. McGary's checked in. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Hawks. Westbrook double team. Layup off the pick. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge shots. And they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense. And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
And the basket good. Westbrook's got the lead up to 3 now for Oklahoma City. For Atlanta, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The tie for the ball. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Leonard attacking, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Cantor checked in for the Thunder. Then for the Hawks, Splitters checked in for Jordan. And it's Korver in for Hardaway. And he sinks the second.
And, you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the Player of the Week last year in an unprecedented move.
Here's Silk, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Navarro. He's covered by Westbrook. McGarry with the block. The Thunder leading by 4. And here is Waiters. 5 points in the game. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
I agree with you. I mean, anytime you can push things forward as you approach the end of the third quarter, it puts you in good position for that last quarter, which we all know is crunch time.
It's tipped. Westbrook with the steal. And Waiters kicks to Leonard. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
Korver with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Korver passes to Silk. Splitter dishes to Korver. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. That one wide left.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum. He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
The third quarter comes to a close. Thunder out in front. They're up by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Here's Navarro. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Sefolosha is out there with Scott. Then there's Smooth. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bazemore at the shooting guard. Here's Navarro. Clock at 6. The tray. And Roberson pulls it down.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Hawks trail by 9. Outside, Scott. They set the pick. Sefolosha with it. Leonard picks him up. Sefolosha kicks to Scott. Dishes it to Sefolosha. Jordan the screen. Now here is Sefolosha. He's covered by Leonard, but they get it back. Pass to Sefolosha. He dishes it to Bazemore. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Navarro. Pass to Sefolosha. Takes a 3. Good.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bazemore. He's covered by Westbrook. Bazemore passes to Jordan. It's Scott on the wing. Tries from 16, and the Hawks getting another basket right there. The Thunder leading by 4. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
So it's the Hawks now, following the score by Oklahoma City. 6 to shoot. Here's Navarro. He's covered by Westbrook. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shot is no good. Nice D from Scott.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Bazemore misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Westbrook to the wing right side. Howard in the post, defended by Scott. Howard misses.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
The feed now to Scott. And the rejection by Leonard. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And it's Westbrook again missing. The Hawks trail by 6. A pull-up. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. That's now 8 points for Smooth.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Westbrook dishes to Leonard. Here's Howard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
He's checked in for Atlanta. Silk comes in for Kent Bazemore. Here's Navarro. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
There's 1:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Leonard kicks to Collison. Jordan against Howard. Outside Westbrook. Look at that. And he dunks it down. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
.131 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Sefolosha passes to Stanley. Kicks it to Sefolosha. And there's the pass to Jordan.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
The second of two is good. That brings them within 5.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And Westbrook, here we go. And it's blocked by Jordan. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. .107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Hawks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Now here is Sefolosha. He's tightly guarded. Navarro, the pass to Jordan. 5 to shoot. Passes to Silk. The Hawks working the ball around. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Collison. And that's an intentional foul. And so here is Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Pass to Silk. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Outside Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Russell, congratulations on this win. What were the main factors that helped you stay in control of this one down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive, and we did a good job in all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
When you're facing Westbrook, you're always going to have your hands full. And tonight, he proved that once again. There's only one thought going through Russell's head. Attack, attack, attack. I know that was 3 thoughts, King.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.